camp been like? Is it a lot of going back to the basics with just so many new people with no new roles?
Yeah, it's been going back to the basics. When they first came on campus this summer, it was all about trying to get them to learn our defense. We really didn't put in any plays. We just talked about we have to be a very good defensive team. So we have to learn our defense, know our defense, and we continue to work on it. I'm not going to say they've gotten a full grasp of it yet, but it's still a work in progress.
You guys ended last season on such a high note with the tourney. But is there much carryover from that, considering, the people that played such big roles in that just aren't here anymore? I mean, obviously, Don and Harris are back, but I'm just curious overall, is there much carryover from that Big East tournament success?
Well, we do have, like you said, 6 or 7 new faces. So, and we lost 4 guys that were instrumental in our success. But we still feel that we have enough of the nucleus to be able to compete and do well. We're going to be playing a lot of young guys, and with playing young guys, it's going to take time for them to, it's going to be peaks and valleys, ebb and flow. So I have to be patient. Our fans have to be patient. They're going to make mistakes. And sometimes I'm gonna want to pull the little bit of hair I have on, I want to pull them out, but it's just gonna take some time.
One more for me, then I'll share with everybody else. I want to ask about, bigger roles for Dante and Donald, kind of just expectations for them. How's their progression come from last year? Just obviously, those were 2 of the guys who had substantial roles last year, and I figure that's going to increase even more this year.
Well, they're going to have big roles. How big is just going to be predicated on how they're doing. We need for both of them to be solid, and we're going to need scoring and defense out of both of them. If both of those guys are solid, then we'll be solid.
That's perfect. Appreciate you. I'll share it with someone else. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to head to John Fanta from the Big East Digital Network, and coming to us from the Thompson Center, it looks like.
You're back again?
Yeah, I'm right here.
I see.
Patrick, good morning and good luck this season. I talked to Javon Blair last night, and he said, look, you got to relish in the process, especially when you're a freshman. Like, you have to understand there's going to be ups, downs, crazy days, wins, losses, whatever it is. Like, what's your biggest piece of advice to your freshman class? Because I know what you think of their capabilities, but the fact that freshman journey can have so many twists and turns. What do you tell them?
Yeah, I tell them, the things that you did in high school and thought you were, great in high school, is going to be a lot harder to do it at every level, at this level, and hopefully at the next level. They have to continue to work hard. And while they're making mistakes, I told them one of the things, if you're making mistakes with hustle and intensity, I can live with that. If you're not hustling and you're not, and giving forth the effort that we need, then I'm gonna have a problem with that. So if they're putting forth effort and hustling and we're making mistakes, a coach can live with that. I can live with that, and that's something that we can correct. But if they're not doing that, then there'll be somebody else coming in the game.
Just to follow up, this opening week of college basketball, these first couple nights, it's been clear that fans back in the stands make a difference. What's your message to your fan base as they return to the arena on Saturday afternoon?
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing them. It's been it feels like it's been eternity since we have had fans in our buildings or playing in front of fans. Even when last year when we were able to win the Big East tournament, I'm so used to seeing the Garden full, and our fans there supporting us. And unfortunately, last year it wasn't the case. But I'm looking forward to seeing them there. I'm looking forward for them to continually support us. They have to be patient. It's going to be it's a work in progress with these young kids. But I do believe it's not where you start, it's where you finish. And we have a lot of games ahead of us.
Okay, we're going to head to Charlotte McBride from WUSA 9.
Hey there, Coach. Just to go off what you just said, it's not how you start, but how you finish. What did you learn about yourself as a coach and the players that you have when you finished the way you did last year? What did you learn about yourself in terms of overcoming adversity in the season?
I don't really think I learned anything new about myself. This is something that I've been doing for a lot of years, starting with playing and then coaching, now going on 20 years. So I don't think it's anything that I learned about myself. I think I pretty much knew what I expected out of my team. Like I just said, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. And I kept mentioning that Drake song all last year, started from the bottom. So a lot of people, had us ranked last in the Big East, and we end up being number one, especially in the Big East tournament. So even this year we're ranked 10th. So thank God it's preseason poll. I don't put a lot of credit on preseason poll. What I care about is what we do and where we finish at the end.
I like the sweatshirt you're rocking there. What would John Thompson say about that preseason poll right now?
And the same thing that, like I just said, I won't use the profanity that he might use, but like I said, it's not. The preseason doesn't mean anything. Just like Amino, I told Amino he got named preseason Big East player, freshman of the year. I expect for him to be that, but you still got to go out there and get it done. Everybody else who are ahead of us, it's our job to step by step climb that ladder, and hopefully at the end we'll gel as a team and be one of the best teams in the country.
Thanks, Coach.
Scott Abraham, ABC 7.
What's going on, Patrick? How are you?
I'm doing well. And yourself?
Good. You guys obviously took steps in the right direction last year. Big East tournament champs, NCAA tournament berth. So I'm wondering, how do you define success this season? What are your expectations this season for this group?
Well, I'm just like everybody else. Our goal is to make it to the NCAA tournament, but also do well. In order to make that, you have to do well in your conference, also in your non-conference, and do well in the conference tournament. And, our goal is to be in the NCAA tournament and hopefully go as far as we can go.
You mentioned patience and the fans being patient. How's your patience with this team, with this group, with this program? Because, you've obviously been a consistent winner as a player, as a coach. Explain kind of your terminology in terms of patience with you, Patrick.
Well, they always say, Aristotle said, patience is a virtue. I'm trying to be virtuous. I'm trying to be virtuous. It's going to be hard when you have, all these young kids. They all believe in themselves, and I believe in them. But it's going to be a step-by-step process. Rome wasn't built in a day. We're going to make our mistakes. We're going to stumble. We're going to fall. But it's all about how we pick ourselves up and move on.
This fan base is one of the most passionate fan bases in college basketball. And they all talk about, the glory years and those years of being a consistent contender for a national championship and winning Big East. How close is this program to being that consistent powerhouse again?
Well, that's our goal. If you realize, I was a big part of those days. And it's my goal to get back to those days. Even though the atmosphere of college sports have changed with guys leaving school, not leaving to go to the NBA, but leaving to transfer. Now there's transfer, interconference transfer. So it's a lot harder. And, my goal is to keep our core together and improve every year, improve every game. So if we feel that, we've had a lot of guys that we've lost, unfortunately, but if we can keep our core together, then we should be successful not only this year, but in years to come.
Thanks, Patrick.
You're welcome.
Okay, and we are running kind of short on time, so I do want to remind people if we can just keep it to one question for the rest, because we do have players coming right after. Next, we're going to go to Ron Bailey from Rivals and the HoyReport.com.
Coach, how you doing?
Hey, Ron.
Okay. Your coaching job is, in my estimation, became infinitely harder with the loss of King, and then you had to work with some injuries too in the preseason. How, as a coach, how do you adjust for that? How do you handle that situation?
Next man up. I keep telling you, next man up. Now guys who weren't going to have an opportunity they have an opportunity. You have, and I keep talking to them about, you have to take, for them to be successful, and for us to be successful, they have to take advantage of that opportunity. Playing time or anything is not going to, success is not given to you. You got to go earn it. So they have to earn it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we're going to head to Patrick Waring from the Nuts and Bolts Sports Hour.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
What's up, Patrick?
All right. Hey, I got a question for you, Tim. I wanted to just kind of ask you, what have you seen from Tim in the offseason, and just what do you think about his development so far?
Who's Tim?
Big man.
What I've been telling Tim all summer long is that this is your chance. This is your opportunity. Q's not here anymore. So you have to seize this opportunity. We know you're gonna make some mistakes. We have 3 bigs that if you get in foul trouble, we got 2 other guys that can come in. But you have to take full advantage of this opportunity. You have to block shots, you have to rebound, you have to post up and hard and deep when you have your opportunities, and take advantage of it. So those are the things I've been telling him. He's gotten himself in great shape. And I think that, in years past, he wasn't in good enough shape to play a lot of minutes. So, the time is here. The proof is in the pudding. We'll see how it goes as the year goes on. But right now, he's going to be our starting center unless he's hurt. And I expect great things out of him.
All right, thank you.
Marcus Washington making the cut with Mook.
Hey, Coach, I was just wondering, with this being the first game for you guys, but Dartmouth has played, how much do you balance this week of worrying about what you guys do, and how much do you put into what Dartmouth does, and how you go in a game plan specifically for them?
You always got to worry about what you do. You still, we started doing some of their stuff today. We'll do most of it tomorrow, and then get ourselves, then go out and play the game on Saturday. But first of all, if you can't take care of your own business, then you won't be able to do anything against their stuff.
Heading over to Aiden Curran from Hilltop Hoops.
Hey, Patrick, hope you're doing well.
Thank you.
Mark and Colin Holloway were 2 players who saw, spot minutes last season. What have you seen from them this offseason during training and practice, and what do you project their roles to be heading into this season?
Who did you say?
Kobe Clark and Colin Holloway.
Oh, Kobe and Caden? I'm sorry, Kobe and Colin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I expect great things out of them. But unfortunately, both of them have been hurt most of the summer. Colin is coming back from foot surgery, and Caden he hurt his hamstring. So, we're waiting for them to come back. But I expect great things out of them. They're guys that have been here. They know what I expect out of not only them but my team, but their teammates. And they've seen our success and our failures.
Just to clarify, was that Kobe or Caden who had the hamstring injury?
Kobe. Kobe had a hamstring, yes.
Okay. Well, will they be ready for the game on Saturday?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay, thanks.
Definitely Colin will not be playing, but I'm not sure about Kobe.
Gotcha. Appreciate it.
And thank you, Coach, actually, because the AP had asked if we would ask the question about if everyone was available. So we have answered that question now. And we're going to finish it up with John Title from Hoops HD.
Good morning, Coach, and congratulations on making the NBA 75th anniversary team last month. My question is about Aminu. Several of his fellow McDonald's All-Americans had great debuts in college this week. So in terms of where he is on the learning curve, I understand a regular freshman, you need patience, but do you expect him to be making mistakes from day one, or do you think he's ready to become one of the top scorers on the team from day one?
Well, I'm not worried about that he's a McDonald's All-American or he's a highly recruited freshman. I expect great things out of him, period. He's a talented young man, but he's also a humble young man. He works extremely hard. And like I said, I expect great things out of him. I don't worry about what the other people did. All I care about is what he does and what our team does.
Okay, thank you so much for your time, Coach, and good luck this weekend.
No, thank you. Y'all enjoy the rest of the day.
Okay, if everyone just wants to hold for a minute or two, we'll be getting the players shortly. Okay, hello, Dante, and welcome.
How you doing?
We're excited to have you back for another year. And we're going to jump right in here with Kareem Copeland from the Washington Post.
What's up, Dante? How you doing, man?
Doing good. How you doing?
Good, good. Appreciate you taking out the time. Gonna hop right into it. I'm just curious of your mindset heading into this year. Lots of new faces. Obviously, you're gonna have a much bigger role. I'm curious just how you've approached this, just having to shoulder a lot more than you did last year.
I approach it, the same way as I do, any other year. Approach it with, determination, focus, and just the will to win. We got a great group of guys that's hungry, that's ready to learn, that's ready to be coached. So I feel like we're gonna be all on the same page, and we're gonna, we got a good freshman class coming in, so we should be good.
For yourself personally, what was your focus during the offseason? Anything specific that you wanted to work on?
Just being more vocal out there, leading my team, just working on my shot each and every day, being consistent with that. Just playing my game, playing, Georgetown basketball each and every night.
And I'm curious, what kind of things do you kind of pass along to so many new faces, so many freshmen, to try to, it's going to take a minute. Coach was just talking a second ago about, there's going to be mistakes and, we got to be patient with that. But what kind of things do you share with them, considering you were just in that position not too long ago?
Oh man, I just try to lead them. They're gonna make mistakes. Obviously, they're freshmen. They're transitioning from high school to the big stage. So you just got to be patient with them. Teach them every day. That's what I try to do, and just be coachable. Listen to what the coaches are telling us. Not how they're saying it, but just listen to the words that's coming out of their mouth. Because sometimes they can be in the moment. So just tell them to be coachable. Listen to what all the coaches have to say, because they only want the best for us, and they're gonna come along though, for sure.
Cool. I'll share with everybody else now. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Scott Abraham, ABC7.
What's going on, Dante? How are you?
How you doing? I'm doing good.
How excited are you to have fans back in the building, Cap One rocking? Just from a player's perspective, what do the fans, that energy, what do they provide for you guys?
Oh man, tremendous. Just motivation. Just having the fans in there, it gives you a lot more energy. I feel like, just the atmosphere. I heard the Georgetown fan base is one of the best. So I can't wait to experience it with my teammates and the coaches staff. So I just can't wait.
You and your teammates, you obviously had a great run last year, had some success. How do you guys define success this year? What are your expectations? What do you want to accomplish? What's a reasonable goal for this group?
Man, we just want to, get better each and every day. It's obviously, a target on our back. Obviously, people expect a lot from us this year. But, I just want to get better each and every game. Take it step by step. Don't look to what we did in the past. Let's make this new year, new team. So, we're gonna go out there and play hard, and just play hard each and every night.
Okay, we're heading to John Fanta, Big East Digital Network.
Dante, when you've been in the role now of counted out and doubted and overcome all that and went all the way to the Big East mountaintop, winning a conference tournament title, I don't know if it's easier, but like how much do you just say, hey, it doesn't matter where we stand in the preseason. We've already been there and we overcame all that doubt. That this is nothing new for you, right?
Yeah, it really doesn't matter. Like I said at the Big East media day, it really doesn't matter where they put us at. I like I like to be low anyways, because that way we could just prove everybody wrong like we did last year. So, I mean, it really doesn't matter if they got us last, first, middle. We're going to go out there and play with the same intensity each and every night. So,
For you, in what ways do you think you've grown the most here from the summer to this early fall heading into Saturday? What's the thing that you've just worked on yourself as a point guard the most to now translate to this season?
just being more consistent, being a true point guard, make sure my teammates, get their open shots. So, and I've been working on my shot over the summer. So, basically just, leading the team, leading them to, success. And as a point guard, that's what you got to do, the floor general. So I just want to get my guys open shots, get them going, and, my game will come.
Okay, John Title, Hoops HD.
Good morning, Dante. In terms of your shooting last year, you only missed 4 free throws all season, but you only shot 26% from behind the arc. So my question, in terms of your style on offense, is the plan to get to the line more because it's automatic points because you're such a great free throw shooter? Or is your 3-point shooting gone way up over the summer so that you feel more comfortable behind the arc this year?
I work on, everything in practice. I put in time in the gym to, perfect my craft and, things of that nature. So, you're just gonna have to see, how I do, so I don't want to speak on that too much.
Okay, we're gonna head to Patrick Waring from the Nuts and Bolts Sports Hour.
Hey, Dante, how you doing?
How you doing?
All right. Hey, just kind of watching from the outside, it seems like you guys are a really tight group, your teammates and then coaching staff. Speaking in specifically about Coach Crouch, what has he meant to you as far as being a player, getting better, things like that?
He's like a father figure to me. My dad is in Tennessee, so he's like a father figure to me when I'm in DC. So, he means a lot to me. He teaches me, a lot of things, not just in basketball, but just, the way of life. We spend a lot of time together, off the court as well. So, we've grown, into a great bond together since, I stepped on, Georgetown campus. So, I appreciate him a lot. And, we've been working on, my game over the summer as well. So.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Aiden Curran, Hilltop Hoops.
Hey, Dante, how's it going?
What's up, Aiden?
I wanted to ask about the freshman class for you guys, coming in with lofty expectations and expected to have a pretty big role in the team this year. What have you seen from each of the freshmen? And, being a sophomore yourself and having been in their shoes not too long ago, what are some of the lessons you've kind of imparted on them early on here?
We have a good freshman class, and one thing I like about them is they're willing to be able to learn, and they they want to get better. So that's great to where you have a freshman class that want to learn and want to know the game of basketball. So it's tremendous. So I can't wait to see their success throughout the season, but also their career. So it's gonna be nice.
Appreciate you. Good luck Saturday.
Thank you, bud.
Ron Bailey, Rivals, NaHoyaReport.com.
Good morning. You've noted that you're a team leader and you've been tasked with helping bring the team together and whatnot. But how difficult has that been or challenging for you, considering you guys have had, you lost a player and you've had multiple injuries over this preseason, over this, this training camp period in the summer? How has that made you being a team leader more difficult?
Obviously we were having a few guys hurt, so that way, next man's up. So if somebody's hurt, then I try to push the next person that's that would be next in line. So just to make them have confidence in themselves, and just to tell them to shoot the ball when they're open. Just do all the little things to help us win.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we're gonna finish up with Dante with Charlotte McBride from WUSA 9.
Hey there, you've been talking about the freshmen, and I know you're helping them kind of get acclimated. You've been talking about the group as a whole being a great group, but if you could just get a little more specific, what player or players right out of the gate really impressed you?
They all impressed us. They're all a great group of young men. And the one thing I like about them is they're coachable, and that's, like I said before, that's great to have for a freshman class, because they're young, so they might not be wanting to be able to coach. So it's good to have a great group of guys that's willing to learn, and they're all gonna be special, man. And that's what I love about this group. We have a great group of guys that's very talented. People tend to doubt us, but I like when the odds stacked against us. So
What do you say to those doubters?
hey, man, I don't say nothing, man. I just let the game do all the talking.
Perfect. Thanks.
Great. Thank you so much, Dante, and good luck this weekend. We're happy to have
Thank
you.
you. Appreciate it.
And we are going to take a really, really quick break here, and we will have Don Carey joining us shortly. Okay, hi, Don, welcome.
Hello.
We're happy to have you back. We're gonna jump right into the questions here with Kareem Copeland from the Washington Post.
Hey, what's up, Don? How you doing? Appreciate you taking out the time, man.
What's up, boss? No problem.
Just kind of want to ask a little bit just overall about your kind of mental approach to this season. Obviously, a lot of new faces, a lot of points gone out the door. How do you approach it, just a larger role, knowing that you're going to have the opportunity to be able to do a lot more?
I mean, I'm really just focused on the other guys coming along. I know what I need to do, but I think it's important for like the rest of the team to understand their roles and like their contributions to our success as a team, because without them, I won't be successful individually, and without me, like we can't be successful together. So I really just try to focus on helping everybody understand like our game plan and what we need to execute on a daily basis in order for us to be successful as a team. And my game, I know it'll come along as like the team is successful, or when we do what we have to do.
You said real quick, you know what you need to do. What is that? What do you need to do?
Honestly, I just need to be really solid defensively, make my shots when they're there, take them when they're there, and then make good decisions with the ball. And then on top of that, just lead the guys being vocal. And that's pretty much my role on the team.
Cool. I'll share it with everyone. Thank you.
Hey, Scott Abraham, ABC7.
What's going on, Don? How are you?
How you doing, Scott?
Good, man. So I know you're a local guy, PG County guy. You grew up watching Georgetown. You know the tradition of this program. How personal is this for you to leave the program in better hands than when you came on campus?
I mean, that's everything to me. Everywhere I go, that's kind of what I pride myself in. That's kind of what I've been taught as I was raised. Anything you do, leave it better when you leave it. That's whether you're eating at the kitchen table, anything, any program you step into, you just want to, leave it better than when you got there. So I would say it's everything to me, and that's kind of, one of the things that I pride myself in is just really winning. If you look at my history, everywhere I've been, I had contributions to winning. We might not have won championships, but the records were better than when I got there.
Don, you guys have been building. Obviously, last year you took some great steps in the right direction. With that being said, I'm curious, you and your teammates, how do you define success this year? What do you guys want to accomplish? What's the next step?
I mean, we set many goals for the season. One being another Big East championship, and then two, getting further in the NCAA tournament. But that's so far ahead. So right now, honestly, our focus is just to improve from game to game. Where we are right now is not where we need to be in March. So like each game, each practice, we need to just build upon what we see and what we display.
Thanks, man.
Ron Daly from rivalsandthehoyareport.com.
Hey, Don, how you doing, buddy?
Ron, what's going on?
Not much. Being the old man, grizzled vet guy on the team, you've seen a lot of different teams come together and coalesce. How do you think these Hoyas are coalescing, particularly through the lens of having had so many injuries this summer and in this fall, as well as the departure of King?
I mean, I think we're coming together fine. That's the thing. Like, as an older guy, I'm trying to get them to understand, like, 1 through 14, we all need to be locked in and know what we need to do. Because, you know, anything can happen at any given time during the season, and the next guy got to be ready to step up. But more importantly, they have to understand the game plan and know what their role is and how to execute the game plan.
Okay, thanks, old guy.
No problem.
All right.
Ron, you're calling him old? Come on, man. Come on. We're going to go to Charlotte McBride from USA 9.
Hey there, we've heard Coach say multiple times, it's not how you start, but how you finish. You guys showed that last year. When you see this year, again, you guys are, I think, 10th in the Big East. How does that make you feel when you see those preseason polls?
I mean, if anything, it's just a motivation for me, honestly, just to prove everybody wrong. Obviously, we've been here before, so it's nothing unfamiliar to us, but it's a process, you know. They have us ranked last for a reason, but it's a process. Like, we have to prove to them, so we have to get better. In order to do that, it's not just going to happen. Obviously, they think, like, we're not a top team in our conference, but it's preseason, like Dante had said previously, so we just focus on what we can control, and everything else will take care of itself.
You're saying they don't think you're a top team. How do you feel about this team right now as you guys get prepared for game 1?
I think we can be a good team. We have a lot of talent, but we have to understand, like, talent is not going to win us games. We have to, you know, execute our game plan to the fullest. We have to be disciplined offensively and defensively. And we just have to play together and play hard. That's what it's going to boil down to in the stretch. So that's like, through the course of the season, like, that's where we need to see our improvement at.
Perfect, thanks.
No problem.
John Title, Hoops HD.
Good morning, Don. Your free throw and 3-point shooting stats have gone up every single year. I know the team goal is to keep getting better and try to win games, but individually, do you think you can be the best 3-point shooter or best free throw shooter in the nation this year?
Definitely. I don't really remember my numbers from last year, but you mentioned that they got better each year. So that's one thing I try to do, is just take better shots, take really good quality hot shots during the course of the game. And I think that's what leads to high percentage shots, but definitely been working on my shot and free throws.
Aiden Curran, Hilltop Hoops.
What's up, Don? This is your second year at Georgetown, but this is going to be your first year playing games in Capital One Arena. As one of the team's top 3-point shooters, is there an adjustment going from one home court to another this year? And do you have to kind of get used to the environment of the arena and just, you know, the look and feel of the rims and just what's around you?
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a big adjustment, because even last season, you go from home to away games, you still got to be able to make that adjustment, quote unquote. But I mean, it shouldn't be that hard. You know, it's just like going to play an away game, but that's just our home arena now. So the more we play there, the more comfortable I'll be shooting.
Okay, Patrick Waring from the Nuts and Bolts Sports Hour.
Hey, Don, how you doing?
How you doing, Patrick?
All right. Speaking of being local and playing at Cap One, how's it going to feel, or what is it going to mean to you to be able to play in front of family, friends, a lot of people in the area?
It's going to be big time for me. I'm excited for that aspect of it. This is the first time I'm playing home in front of everybody I grew up with, my family. It's just easy access for them to come see me play. But more importantly, just being known for the city of DC too. It's just going to be fun and exciting just to feel the energy and feed off.
All right, and you had you visited here as a member of Mount St. Mary's. You had a pretty good game individually too, shooting. And any specific memories from that day?
Yeah, we lost. That was the biggest memory right there. I probably did play well, but I don't think I played well enough because we took a L. But I mean, a lot of family came to that game, so just being able to represent Georgetown, my family in the city of DC is gonna be big. Going back to that question you asked.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
Okay, and we're going to end it on John Fanta from the Big East Digital Network.
Hey, Don, thanks for taking the time with us this morning. You've talked about representing DC and representing your city. I guess I'll just ask for this with a parting message. What is your message to fans, even to that person in DC who's thinking, oh, I might go to the game, I might not? What do you have to say to all those people and what they mean?
I mean, the city of DC means a lot for us as they support us throughout the season. To our fans, I would just say, stick with us through the highs and lows as we're going to give 110% every night. There are going to be highs and lows to the season, as any team would have, but just know that we're going to give it all we have every night.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you, Don, for your time today. And thank you to everyone for attending. Again, a reminder that we will be sending out a recording of this right after, so you'll have it in your inbox. I also wanted to remind everyone to please apply for credentials for the games, and you will receive, before every game, you're going to receive a link in your email. That's a registration link. We are requiring proof of vaccination for working media members at Cap One this year. So we will need you to fill that form out prior to every game. And then you'll also get an attestation to do in the morning. We can walk you through it if you have any questions, but just look out for that link a day or two before each game, because that is something that you will need to do in order to get into the building. I do want to apologize that we cannot do any sort of season thing for a lot of you guys that are at every game. Unfortunately, that's just not the way the system works. Trust me, we tried. So please bear with us as we're kind of working through this, but make sure to look out for that link from either Diana or our newest member of the staff, Dylan. So welcome to Dylan also. So I just want to say thank you again, and we cannot wait to see you guys on Saturday. So have a good day.